All right, everybody, welcome. Yes, I do sound like a 40-year-old single cat lady woman that smokes 5 packs of cigarettes a day, but I am here to talk to you about what happened this week in the week of Juve sports related shenanigans, even though it wasn't really that much outside of a PSV win. And here to do that is my two colleagues with their actual regular voices and not malnourished like myself here. And here to join me is Maple Dave with the Maple voice, and we got the German Dave with the Brettschweister voice. How are you
Y-
guys?
we're just about a month away from maple tapping season. We're getting there,
Yeah,
guys.
I
Oh,
don't
I'm gonna
really
be
care.
I'm gonna be a busy boy tapping them trees. You just
Is
wait.
is there is there anything like you have to prepare for that, or you just go and
Just going
tap it?
raw.
It's
So,
yeah, more or
Going
less.
raw.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, you clean your buckets and whatnot. You get your drill ready. You go out and you
You
drill some
tap.
trees and
You
you
just
tap
tap.
the tap in, hang the
All right.
bucket and
All
walk
right.
away. Check them the next day. That's about it.
Sounds fun.
Good.
Yeah, totally good. Awkward silence. But anyways, moving on. So we anyways, folks, we did cover Como on the call-in show, and we will save the Super Bowl shenanigans for the after hours, dive after hours, where we'll kind of talk about that. I believe German Dave is here in spirit, even though physically he looks like he's here, but with his alcohol
Oh,
addiction, we could not find him for a couple of days. So
oh yeah.
just yeah, we got some texts at 3 in the morning, a bunch of I love yous, but, more so on the I love you. If you look at the thumbnail of today's video, Gatti getting some love because of his results, of PSV. One of you guys wanna take this one away, Canadian Dave? Because yeah, brutally watched the whole match and kind of jumped for joy at the end.
We're on a 3-game winning streak, everyone. We've been calling for this to happen sometime this season. We just had to just string 3 matches together, some wins, and maybe we're on the right track. And here we are. It is the time of recording, February 13th, 2025. We have a 3-game winning streak here.
Can't believe it.
Is this it? Is it happening? Or is it just we're getting lucky? What's happening here, guys? Like, am I excited? Should I get excited? Because
Look,
the game was not exciting.
look. As long as we win, I don't care about exciting. What my problem is, and what we still don't have, is we're not defensively solid still.
No, not at all.
So, uh, look, if we keep like, yeah, fighting for 1-0s, 2-1s, and all that stuff, I'm never like, I'm always good with a defensive masterclass. The problem is we don't have those, so that is what is scaring me still, for the upcoming games. If we somehow develop defensive solidity, which I doubt, honestly, with the players we have at disposal, I'm only cautiously optimistic for the next games.
Dashin is never exciting, so should I even ask him?
F off, man. I think I'm like out of all three of us, I'm the one where it's just like I don't really like. I'm not. Fuck. I'm partially excited because you're streaking together a couple of results here. Despite the shenanery that is going on, the shithousery that's happening, they're getting results. Is it long term sustainable? I don't know, but maybe they could just go on a run. And I said the one thing that could flip this season on its head is if this team's able to pop off and do 6 or 7 straight victories. That can
Sure.
really turn this season around and really give you a different chance or a different look at things overall. They've got 3, if they can get 3 more, we might be cooking with some vegetables here. We're cooking with the spices, but we're not cooking with the vegetables. So, it's again, I'm happy, but cautiously happy because
Yep. Same
I
for me.
I we'll see. I need to see how this match goes against Inter before I can really say that we turned a corner. Because despite, like for example, yesterday game went on script. We scored first, they equalized. That is the epitome of every single Juventus match I have seen this season, and Dave has brutally watched along with all of you people for the last 4 or 5 months. there is a yes, it's in. We scored, and fuck, we conceded. I've got it to the T. I've got Dave's celebrations to the T. So yeah, this is the first time since the beginning of the year that we've strung together 3 straight wins. But at the same time, we're barely getting through these relegation sides. And I'm not saying PSV is a relegation side, but the matches prior with Empoli. And yeah, people, unpopular opinion, Empoli, until we really got that red card, that game was still close. Until there was that send off.
All
So
our games are pretty much close. Like Como being the exception, but that one as well. Like before we finally scored the first goal, it was very tough to watch again. It again seemed like we didn't have an offensive plan except for dumping it to the wingers or dumping it to Kolumuani, who is always like roaming at that offside line or right exactly where the opponent's defenders are. And he's doing his magic. I don't know how sustainable that is. That's what is scaring me.
yeah, I mean, we saw it against PSV where he didn't score and we kind of struggled a little bit. And then, I think Mota's game plan at this point is just take the ball, spam it in the box, and hope someone puts something in, like what Mangula did against PSV, where he just, loose ball and he just blasted into the net.
Yep.
Again, I would love to see this team just become more of a counterattacking team, but I don't know why. Again, possession is king for this guy. But though, I mean, it might be towards garbage time, but PSV did win the possession battle 53-47. That generally happens when a team is chasing the game the last 15 minutes, which in their case, they were roughly about 15 minutes. But we out created PSV. They outshot us, but we had bigger chances than they did. Again, I still don't know where I am with this team right now. I want to be optimistic. I want to be happy. I want to do jumping jacks and stuff like that because I need some kind of entertaining sports to look forward to. But we'll have to see how things play out, and that's where I am right now.
No jump jacks for you, Dash. You need to rest, recover. Don't spend any energy you don't need to right now. You're a sick boy. Don't waste it. Don't waste it on Juve. You got to recover. We got a couple more months to go. Can't burn you out and get you into Area 51 prematurely here. There was one thing I did want to bring up, though, about this game. We mentioned the defensive aspect. This is 2 games in a row now. This time going against us, we have to talk about a handball. This handball, in particular, led to PSV's goal. So, potential clean sheet could have been there. They did not show... they did show a clip on the replay. A very quick one. And they did not come back to it. They didn't do any still frames. There's a couple, I think if I scroll down here. This video taken away. So, it's just like the last handball. Whenever something controversial against the league, whether it's Serie A or UEFA in this case, they don't like to be called out when they're bullshit. So the one problem here is that there isn't the context of like, did this come off his chest and roll off his arm? Was it a deflection? We don't know. We only have
it doesn't matter because this is an offensive action for them.
Mm-hmm.
So in the event of an offensive action, it doesn't matter where it comes off. If it touches your hand, it should automatically be ruled null as a handball. Like for example, even if I were to have for example, say that Dave blasts the ball in the box and my arms are like this on my chest and I like hit it with my chest and it goes into the net or it goes anywhere, it should technically be it's definitely a handball because you're using your hands to give you an offensive advantage. And in this case, even if it rolls off his chest and it goes into his arm, he is using the arm to maintain possession. So by default, that needs to be nullified as a handball.
And the arm is in a non-natural position.
He's flying there, man.
Look, the problem with it, Dave, I was there in the stream with you, but I didn't watch the match. It was like listening to the match on radio for me.
You were walking. You just went for an hour walk while live on stream for some reason. It's kind of weird, but I didn't say,
Hey, I arrived home. I had to get my activity in for that day.
And your phone died as soon as you walked inside too.
And that was actually crazy. That it held up until I arrived at my door.
It's
No,
because
but
it's the tin foil that you've wrapped around it.
oh yeah. I always do. Is it weird to do that? Oh, and I watched the highlights of the game, and they didn't even show it there.
No,
Not
of
even in
course
the
not.
replay because it seemed like it honestly like the situation never happened. And the zone is uploading
It was the zone.
the highlights for Germany because the zone has the Champions League, right? And there was like simply nothing. Like nothing was showing. Now I don't know if it wasn't that obvious that only that like in that image it's looking weird, but honestly I can tell you because I haven't seen it and I didn't have time to do a proper research on that as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just another incident where it's just VAR's there for a reason, and we're not using it. When things are this egregious, when they lead to things such as goals in a knockout match, these need to be looked at.
Yeah,
Like,
but
what
they
are we
use it.
doing?
They use it when Keane somehow like fouls a guy like 15 plays ahead.
And
Dude,
Seriously,
that happened in Germany and the Bundesliga on the weekend. It was Bochum versus Heidenheim. Like it was a relegation battle where actually every single point matters. One of the teams scored, and they went literally 2 minutes behind because the ball was in play for those 2 minutes. They went back 2 minutes and
Dave, sorry, don't mean to cut you
recognized
off.
the foul there and build up.
Canadian Dave, go back to the thing. There's a video in the bottom
yeah, I
corner.
just saw down there.
Yeah.
So let's get the somebody just recording. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's such a handball. That's such a handball. I don't understand how that's not. Because you can see it. So like,
that's a handball.
but even if you were to play it, see how he's using his hand to direct the ball down. That is an offensive
And then he hits it
advantage.
again. Yeah.
That is an offensive
Oh, man.
advantage to the offensive player. That is definitely a handball. The fact that you're not calling it one, either the rule changed and I somehow don't even remember the rules, or I don't know. And this is the perfect. I have my Karen voice, so I can complain and sound like a Karen. But German Dave, back to your story of relegations and handballs and
Yeah,
balls.
no, it's just VAR being an absolute shit show everywhere. Not only in the Champions League, not only in Serie A. Like it's happening in every league, honestly. And like I said, like in the Bundesliga game where every single goddamn point matters, they went they took a goal away because 2 minutes ago there was a foul in build-up play. That is crazy to me. You let it run 2 minutes until the goal happens, and then that was absolutely crazy.
2
And
minutes
it
is a
actually
little much.
cost the team 2 points because in the end it ended 0-0, I believe.
And we don't know what it may cost us. Now there shouldn't be an excuse to blow this lead. Shouldn't be. But
Yeah.
we're going up by 1 to Eindhoven. That potentially isn't enough. Going in 2 would have been a completely different story, right? So this is still very much on the line, very tenuous. And again, we shouldn't have to look back and say we aren't going to the round of 16 because of that handball. But I don't know. I might bring it up in just bitterness if it does happen.
No, like I said during the game, I would have loved a 2-goal lead into the second leg, honestly. Because I don't know if we have the mental stability to go in there. You know, the Dutch fans are crazy. Like for almost every team, but especially the Eindhoven fans. Man, it's still up there. Like we should be good, but we have seen us play bad this season, so I'm cautiously optimistic.
It depends. It honestly depends on how the team plays, right? If they go into it with like a house money perspective, then it's like, okay, then they're playing with no fear, nothing to lose.
Do
My
you know what we
concern,
need? What we need? A win versus Inter would make us comfortable, I think, because that would give them a boost.
it would be the opposite for me.
That
But
would be huge.
oh,
That's honestly huge. Yeah.
It'd be the
but
opposite for me then. The reason why is because then they would be emotionally exhausted because that would be an emotional win for them, and then they would just tire themselves out to the point where they just phone it
no,
in
but
versus PSV.
I think that is better than getting crushed because I think we are way worse mentality, like to get back.
Let's tie. 1-1.
We're at home, so I don't know.
The 1-1.
Yeah. If you ask me now, I take it. But during the match, I want to win, obviously.
Oh, of course. Always, but
It's tough to. This one's really tough because you think about it, right? Inter are off. They don't play any midweek games for right now. We do, and then Inter's in a title hunt with Napoli right now, which that's close, extremely close. I think a 1 point
I
difference.
think it's 2, I believe.
Is it 2? I think it's 1. I thought it was 1.
Well, we can look it up.
I'm pretty positive it's 1.
Let's see. It is 1. Okay, I'm wrong.
Aha! The Oracle is never wrong. But I think with that being in the midst of a title hunt, Inter is going to come in guns a blazing, and they're going to come in and try to win. I don't know whether or not we're going to be prepared for that game. I don't know if we're focusing on Tuesday. But like I
Wednesday.
said, Wednesday. Sorry,
That I'm right about.
that I'm off. But
1-1, just like Sunday's game.
yeah, we'll see how that. I got to see how that goes. I'm very curious to see how Mota manages this because this is a pivotal point. You want to at least go into one more round in the Champions League because if you make it into the next round, it's house money at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The other thing too, Lazio.
I have the Champions League table in front of me because I had the exact same thought. Look, if we get past Eindhoven, it is Arsenal or Inter. Look, Inter unbeatable in your guys' opinion? Like completely like
I'd rather
like
play
0.
Arsenal, to be honest.
Arsenal, I would say the same because Arsenal have no strikers right now. So if we defend properly, it could happen.
And we could
But
try to sell Vlahovic for.
I was about to say we could showcase. We could show. Damn it, we went 17 minutes 35 seconds.
Hey,
17 minutes 35 seconds.
He has to score. No, but Arsenal wants either Seško from Leipzig or who was the other? I forgot the other guy. They're not even.
Seskovic.
They don't even think about Vlahovic right now. No, but
that's going to be their problem.
Honestly,
a hat trick on him.
Yeah, who knows? No, but honestly,
from 35 yards out.
The only time I will openly cheer for him is if we play Arsenal.
Yeah, no, but it is possible, I believe, versus Inter or Arsenal. It's not impossible. It's not likely, but not impossible. And after that would be Atletico or Leverkusen. If we meet if we meet Leverkusen, we are done. We are done. No, but
both
that's
pretty tough.
No, but that takes us to the quarterfinals, I believe.
I mean, I'm just focusing on Sunday right now, and you're talking about quarterfinals. My lord, what happened to cautiously optimistic?
No, I am cautiously optimistic, but no, I'm thinking because I think we are, us guys, I think we are locked in for the Champions League spots. We don't nothing more, nothing less, right?
Well, we have to be careful now too, because just as we hit record, Spain has now taken second for that 5th spot because none of the Italian teams did anything really a whole lot the past couple. Yeah, so we had to go for 4th or hope that Roma doesn't get a red card against Porto today and blow essentially a win. Because that's what's happening right now. Milan blowing it. They need to pick it up.
Yeah. No, I think we are good enough for 4th place. I'm not even thinking about Champions League because we will never win that. It's about the money we get on top of that. Why not sprinkle that on top of our season? Why not? That's why I thought about that.
We do need to talk about the money. But before we do, I just want to bring up again, on a defensive note here, Gatti once again making Team of the Week for the Champions League. Not so bad. Not so bad. So all the Gatti haters out there, screw you. There he is.
I just see Frankie just busting. I do want to talk this before we transition off of Champions League. How the fuck does Atalanta lose to Club Brugge?
And that there's sorry, I forgot about that as well.
Like, how does that happen?
That's that was actually a surprise.
Same thing with Milan and Feyenoord.
Feyenoord's a good. I don't know. They're tricky.
Feyenoord, yes, they are tricky. They have great individual talents, and yeah, it wasn't crazy game. Heavy rain. I believe they played in Rotterdam, I believe.
Oh,
so, or it was an away game for Milan, right?
Yeah, it was the both of them were away.
Yeah, so it can happen, like to lose at Feyenoord. What I was surprised about was that Bruges completely flipped the script on Atalanta and counterpressed the shit out of them, and they went to their fullbacks and spammed crosses in and scored
one penalty
goals.
at the end and got it.
Yeah. And there are the discussions about that penalty, but for me it was clear cut. Like he hit him, like he took his right leg away, I believe. For me, it was a clear cut penalty.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So yeah, I was wondering what happened because IFTV was unnaturally quiet on Twitter, and I'm like, oh, it's because their Italian poster children teams all lost.
What? It's just been an oddly quiet week, kind of all around. I found, like, despite there being Champions League, and maybe that's what it is. The focus is on the Champions League, but otherwise, yeah. Not
What's crazy is there wasn't that much buzz with Man City and Real Madrid.
No, there was. That was the only game with buzz. That was the only game that had buzz.
Well, the English team lost, so it got quiet the next day.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
The
Manchester City. Dude, you need to learn. Don't troll Real Madrid before a game, man. Have you seen the banner they had with stop crying your eyes out, like in regards to Vini Jr. because Real Madrid was crying that Rodri won the Ballon d'Or.
No,
and dude, you don't provoke fucking Real Madrid like that, man. When will you learn?
Why are they still crying about that? Why does anybody care? Just move on.
Yeah, but
it sounds like
City.
This sounds like Drake and Kendrick just like still bitching about things. Bunch of old men just yelling at each other.
I can't wait to get into this. You went there.
No, but look, Manchester City likes to troll other teams because they have won in the past, and now that they're shitting this whole season, they are still like living off of their reputation. Oh, we won the treble and stuff like that, while other teams are destroying them. For example, Arsenal beat them, was it 5-1 in the Premier League 1.5 weeks ago? And there was we won I don't know 6 titles or how many Premier Leagues they won in the Pep era. And dude, at some point you have to perform right now. It doesn't matter what you won in the past. And they triggered Real Madrid. Real Madrid things happened. Real beat them, came back in like within 5 minutes, won the game 3-2. And now you're in the back foot going into the fucking Bernabeu, man. Have fun with that one.
Yeah, you got scored on 3 times at home. You're fucked.
Yeah.
Just you're fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how many people here, Jeff in particular, I know hates Madrid, but
I hate them, but I'm still like,
you still gotta respect them.
You still have to,
honestly,
unfortunately, put respect on their name.
Because like that's where, because like my dad hates Real with a burning passion. I'm just kind of like, nothing you can do, man. Like they're that dude.
They are. They are. They're just that good. What do you do?
Like you can't. Yeah, you legitimately can't do anything. Like you come in there, you talk your ish, and then they slap you and tell you to be humble. Like
And they have the only English player I care about. Like
the only
you can't-
good English player. The only
Yeah.
good.
like you found the English player and then plays for Madrid. You know, like
Yep.
you can't deny where they're at. Unfortunately, they're just that good.
Like I'm saying, like I'm sorry, but like you can't sit here and tell me that like a front three of Vinny, Mbappe, Rodrigo, and then Bellingham in the four is in the hole is not busted, especially for
Dude,
cup
and
play.
it's still a guy like Federico Valverde in midfield, Camavinga, who is injured a lot, but Camavinga and Tchouaméni at that six, Tchouaméni playing center back a lot. Dude, that team is so stacked, and they still keep getting players, man. Like it will never stop. They will always get the best players. That is crazy to me.
There's nothing you can do. I mean, like that this team is ridiculously stacked, and then you have the cup mastermind and Ancelotti himself.
Oh yeah.
He's by far Mr. Champions League as far as a manager goes.
Yeah.
He knows how to win this competition.
Yeah.
It wouldn't. Is there any team right now in the knockout stages that we can sit here and honestly say that could knock out Real Madrid? Maybe Atletico, and that's
This
like a
year,
big
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Atletico has the dark arts, and maybe by individuals Liverpool, but I think Real Madrid has that goddamn aura.
Could Bayern do something crazy this year? Just
No,
with like
no.
because they got some dark arts going this year. Like who
No, but
expected that?
Bayern is good, but they play such an exposed high line like Barcelona. Real Madrid will torture the hell out of them.
Yeah, because I keep hearing Barca fans saying, "Oh yeah, if Madrid caught us, we'd give them the shit." I'm like, I don't think you guys can in the Champions League.
No,
Maybe not.
it's either the dark arts of Atletico, because Simeone always knows how to play them. They tied both games in La Liga with Madrid. The one, sorry, with Real. And like he maybe has the dark arts, but still, I think you have to take Real, man. Unfortunately, and just by individuals, Liverpool would be the one, because the Liverpool has such a deep team.
Yeah, they
But otherwise,
they can put Chiesa on off the bench.
hey,
As left back.
hey, but who do they sub out for that,
Gosh, what was
15
it?
minute pressure at the end of
Oh
the game?
man, hold on, I gotta pull that up because I remember Misak put like a stat on Discord about it.
yes. Oh
Like it was woeful.
That was a good one. Absolutely. Get that one going. And then while you do that, we will transition. There is some news coming in from Giovanni Albanese. That's Dash's boy over there.
Because he's called Albanese.
Yeah. Yeah. They're from the same place. So here, I'll read the translation quickly. Unless you have, are you ready, Dash? You have your shit?
No, I guess I wasn't updated on Discord. So
Okay. All right.
lost it all.
We'll circle around. But
Circle
the
back.
aggressive management of Juve during Calcio Mercato last summer and rather conservative in January projects towards a great benefit on the accounts starting from next summer. This is an Italian translation. None of this makes sense. It is clear that the team must reach the minimum objectives on the field, round of 16 of the UCL this year, and qualification for the next edition. But the club is already in a position not to have to sell valuable pieces. At most, it can evaluate the possibility in the face of truly important offers. The rejuvenation of the squad has already brought Juve back within the parameters of financial fair play. At Conte Nassau, we return to having the freedom to sell and no longer need to sell off.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, it's nice. It's a nice thing to hear in the morning.
So I have it. It's from the Einfield Buzz.
If you have financial stability, why would you go for a couple of the loans we did?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why don't you do
Opium.
why don't you do it with obligations if you have that money available in the summer?
This is like we're on track. Like we're reducing the bills. Things are looking good. We're on the track to get there. But we're not. We got like 200 miles at least down the road.
Sounds like copium.
Honestly, if we, and now the comments will again say, "Oh, you're anti-Vlahovic," but if
It wasn't me though. It wasn't me. Just for the record, it was not me.
it was me this time. No, but
He
if
actually
we are,
likes me.
but if we are able to sell him, not only with the money we earn off of that, it will not be a big plus Valenza that we can spend everywhere, but the salary that frees up, like that alone will help the team immensely. In my opinion, it's
That's
not
like
about
4 or 5
him being.
players.
It's not about him being good or bad or whatever, but having that salary just off the books will help us incredibly.
Dude, that would allow us to give Big Mac enough money to buy a Big Mac.
It'd be enough to extend his contract for 5 years. Seriously, it would be enough. At $2.5 million, he could extend his contract for 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because on that post it says valuable assets, plot twist, Doosan's not valuable. So that's why they're just like, hey, we won't have to sell something valuable. We'll sell something invaluable. There's my Doosan joke. Anyways, back to the Chiesa shenanigans. So, courtesy of the Einfield Buzz, Fede completed 1 out of 10 dribbles, lost possession 29 times. 29 fucking times. Against Plymouth and completed 1 of 4 crosses.
That's second division, right? Plymouth.
Mind you.
Yep.
You want to Google who Plymouth is?
I know the stats because I watched that fucking game.
Plymouth didn't even pass as a car company.
Dave,
for a little bit.
It is a championship team, so the second division, last place.
Last place in the second division. And that's worse than your team in the second division.
Yes. My team is 13th in the second division. No, and they beat Liverpool in the FA Cup 1-0, I believe. And yeah, Chiesa was one of the guys that couldn't produce anything.
Let me guess, he just dribbled straight into the left back.
Yes. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
You mean he's the Italian Kostic?
That's how you get those bad stats. Well, what was it? 29?
29 times dispossessed.
Yeah. That says it all, man.
He probably got 1 nutmeg and it ended up making him man of the match.
The Liverpool fans were so furious after that. They said, "All right, when he comes back, like from his injury or whatever he had and illness and stuff like that."
He was injured?
He was injured when he arrived there.
Yeah, we sent him injured.
He never got back?
Which makes it the deal of the century. Really.
No, look. He was injured when he arrived at Liverpool. He played 1 Carabao Cup game or something like that. And then he was again out for 2 months. And then he had an illness. And he just returned to the squad around New Year. And yeah, he's getting a couple of minutes here and there only. Like
I'm still waiting for him to
playing a lot.
I'm waiting for him to take Insigne's position at Toronto.
I'm waiting for all the
if it continues like this, he's not far away from that. No, because honestly, look, what he needed is to get there and perform great, because that would be the best for his reputation. But if he performs there worse than he even did with us, for how much did he go for? 12 million in euros?
Something like that. 12 to 15.
Yeah, 12 plus, I think it was.
And they thought they were getting a bargain. And honestly, even I thought for Liverpool, it's a great deal.
But yeah, it's not much for them.
It's not a huge risk. You put a bit of money on the table, and you have him. And he's honestly, he should be a super sub. Or am I wrong with that?
No, he should.
I don't disagree. He should be, but he's not.
And he's been injured most of the time. And when he's playing, he has 1 goal and 1 assist, and that 1 assist was that weird volley. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I forgot who it was.
The half shot that wasn't a shot, and I was just like, that was no way a shot. Absolutely not. No shot on the shot.
And that's it. He barely played, and when he played like trash. And if it continues, I don't know what he's doing. Like the next move would be a loan, I guess, or loan with option or so to an Italian team or whatever. I don't know if that can
listen.
like what
Send him to
couple
Empoli.
years-
Send him to
a
Empoli.
couple years from now, I just want my Toronto FC attacking trident to be Fiorentina rejects of Chiesa, Bernadeschi on the wings, and Vlahovic as the striker.
Oh my god,
Imagine
I would love
that.
it. I would be here to see that. I would
actually go to
pay for
Toronto.
it.
I would actually go to Toronto. That city I hate. I'll go.
I'd just go and harass Dusan.
It's not like you're
Yeah,
that
it's not
far
that
away
much.
from
Yeah,
Toronto.
it's actually how many hours would that be?
4 hours for me.
Yeah. 4 hours for me. Fuck, let's go.
Let's do it. We'll go there.
So,
and just be like,
so that's your Balkan tour.
Yeah, that's the
the WAP tour.
actually. Oh man, I missed it. I forgot to point it out on my X feed. It said Governor Trudeau. Referencing that, you know, if Canada was a state, our prime minister would then be a governor.
I wonder what he smokes half the time.
Oh man, it's too much. Too much. Okay, so Inter now. 2 days out. What do you guys think so far?
Are we playing Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday. So it's actually the Derby d'Italia. We actually have the Sunday at 8:45, man.
Ooh, we finally got prime time.
Finally got it.
Wow. Really don't know what to tell you.
These games
Because-
really do go either way. We know Inter's doing very well this year in all competitions.
The problem is I don't know what Juve we're getting.
And that's valid.
Dash. I will tell you what you are getting. Renato Vega left. Lloyd Kelly left center back. Gatti right center back. Savona on the right.
In their heads, though, what Juve we get in their heads?
Exactly
Yeah.
what I just told you. And tell me if you're optimistic with that backline versus Lautaro and Thuram and Çalhanoğlu dissecting. Oh my god.
We have a back line that can't mark, and we're playing against a team who offensively have some of the most clinical passing in the league. That's all I'll say.
And
It's going to be a tough one.
No, it's going to be hard. I think we're going to probably play negative footy. We're going to play ugly as hell and somehow get a draw.
They have no injuries, no yellow card bans, no red card bans. They just have Raffaele Di Gennaro, whoever that is.
It honestly depends on how Inter view us. If they view us as a walk in the park, then we might surprise them. But if they take us seriously,
he's their goalkeeper.
You don't know Gennaro? That's the maiden name of Die Hard, Bruce Willis's wife. Die Hard, Gennaro.
Yeah, fantastic.
You're not Die Hard fans?
No.
You guys fucking suck.
I watched it, but it's
Comments,
not like
comments. No, you know what? Whatever. Comments, you got to help me out on this one. Die Hard fans. Best Christmas movie ever.
They won't. It's not even a Christmas movie.
It is. The director came out and said it was a Christmas movie.
By the way, I hate Christmas movies.
That's why you watch Die Hard. Because it's just an action movie.
I don't know if I become an antagonist now, but I hate every single Christmas movie, man. I'm not into
That's
it.
exactly why you watch Die Hard. That's it.
It's the same plot. You know, just save this for the other one. We'll talk
you
about
know
this.
what? Yeah, I can't. You guys always disappoint me.
Fair enough. But yeah, I don't know what Inter or what Juve we're gonna get. Like if Inter take us lightly, then I think we'll be able to do something there and punch them in the mouth. But if Inter come in, which I'm anticipating them to because they're in the thick of a title race, I think they're going to come in and try to put this game away early. They know what our defensive flaws are. They can take advantage of it. The only issue is I don't know how the hell we're going to score on them.
Well, last game it was 4-4.
I don't know how you will defend. That's my biggest fear.
We won't. It was 4-4 last time, right? So if we can just start,
but we're not
balls at
getting
them.
away in like, we will not get away with that again.
that's why it's going to be a 1-1 game or a 0-0 game. It's going to be the exact opposite. That's what we're going to get.
That's why I said I would take a tie right now with that backline we have. If you give me a draw, I take that.
The
Can't
only
believe.
the only way that this game goes positive is if Juve scores first. If Inter scores first, it's done. I don't see Juve breaking through.
Yeah. I
Well, we're
agree with
good
that.
at scoring first and giving the lead up.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I said it's the only way we get a positive result.
1-1.
A draw is
Okay.
a positive result.
Oh man. No, it's really too hard to predict. And who would have predicted 4-4 last time out as well?
No,
It's the
nobody
derby.
would've.
Yeah, I mean we could potentially win this one just out of bullshit luck. Who's the ref? Maurizio
Davide
Mariani.
Massa.
No, it's Maurizio Mariani, so it's probably not going to work out. We'll see.
I think he is a face we hate, if I'm correct.
Oh yeah, no, it's. I'll show
Dave
you.
hates everyone though. He hates
Because they're so easy to hate. It's this guy with the faux hawk. He thinks it's 2007 still. Look at him.
God, the Fallout 2007. If you look at any rom-com movie, there's a guy with that specific fucking haircut that's the douchebag in the movie too.
He's
Like,
the
hey,
douchebag
bro,
in the
like,
movie.
Totally,
He's
bro.
him.
I'm gonna give you an offside, bro. Show me your moves.
Probably drives a Mercedes SUV.
The G-Wagon drives a G-Wagon.
Doesn't have turn signals.
The fuck are those?
At
Has
least doesn't know how. Yeah,
dark
exactly.
It's in Windows.
Yeah, that's him. That's the guy. That's what we're getting.
That is the guy. Fuck the guy, huh?
Okay, so we're fucked. Moving on. That's about it.
That's it. He's like, we're done.
That's it. We're done. We're fucked. All right. No, you guys have anything more?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Don't
Time to
lose
record,
the next 2 games.
Unless you want to talk about the revenue, the top 3 versus the bottom 3 of the Prem. But I mean, we've beaten that horse.
Oh yeah, that's not
No,
new. Yeah,
no, that
It's just the
FTV is
updated
like,
numbers.
like, oh my god, you're going to update the numbers, and it's like, bro, we've been bitching about this for like a year and a half. Like, fucking catch up
Yeah,
already.
if you improve the quality of the stadiums, if you improve TV quality, if you do stuff like that, if your social media presence gets better, if you promote players, if you are able to get actual players, if you don't, if you stop hindering your biggest teams, if you referee games correctly.
What do you mean hindering their biggest teams? They continually help Inter out.
Yeah, but not the other ones. Oh, and that's only a couple of things here. Like you can mention like how you can improve the product, and if you don't improve your product, that's what you get. Last place of the Premier League, earning more money than you.
Yeah, and another corny thing also as well is it looks like Juve have already made a web doc series of Bremer's ACL recovery.
Oh yeah, that happened. I just ignored that. Completely.
And he's
I-
getting sold
I-
in the summer.
I just hope he's not doomed.
Okay, let's look at the last 2 we did.
Honestly,
Chiesa and Fajoli.
he's my favorite player. Like for the past couple of years.
Not
Bremer's my
anymore.
favorite
Not
player.
anymore. He's the next Chiesa / Fajoli. We're gonna send him to Fiorentina.
Until he goes, he's my favorite.
Yo, couldn't we get a documentary on Dusan? But we got it on Bremer.
Oh, man.
Like we actually like Bremer. Can we not get a like it's like the Juve documentary curse.
Yeah.
God, he's gonna come back and he's gonna be shit now
Is-
just because of this.
Is the Juve doc curse bigger than the Drake curse and the IFTV curse?
Yes. Well, it's new. Well, technically it's a new one, so we got to see if it goes 3 for 3. But
I hope
know.
not. Like as soon as I saw it, I'm like, please no. I don't want to do this again.
I just saw it and I'm like, oh god damn.
I'm pretending it doesn't exist at this point.
Because it's like they're showing him train, and I'm like, yeah, I remember seeing Chiesa do the same exact thing too, and guess what happened to him? But
Yeah.
why does Juve need to monetize literally everything?
That's what you do these days.
Because
Like,
they don't
good
get enough money
Lord.
from TV rights.
And especially
Yeah, that's
like,
why they don't get enough money from TV rights, so we got to monetize
Yep.
the ACL
No,
recovery.
especially with YouTube, where you can do your own stuff and earn a bit of money off of that. Like if the TV rights are trash, like gotta do it yourself, man.
And then just for Syria, I'd be like, copyright strike because we have the imaging rights. Because F you guys.
As they will. I'm surprised that I didn't have to send another email last week showing that footage.
Hey, we survived that.
We did.
told him,
We got
we
through it.
told him, we went after him. We're just like, oh, we're gonna drop you.
Yeah. All right.
But
Well,
all
it's
right.
time
Yeah.
to record an After Dark. So stay
I'm
tuned for
not
that one.
exactly. So hey, everyone, thanks for tuning into this one. Obviously, if there's more news, we'll obviously make these longer. But unfortunately, life is moldy and boring. And make sure you like and subscribe. And we'll catch you guys on the weekend.
I'm keeping 45 minutes of solid content. I'm happy.
He's happy.